Ladies and gentlemen, if you have seen, this is JKW Redacted from the Lucha Underground Temple. Some great first round action for the JKW World Championship Tournament tonight. As you've seen, we've already had two move on, Kurt Angle and Hangman Adam Page. So let's see who's going to move on the other side of the bracket. We are going to open up tonight with the ranked number 1, Abyss, taking on the man who had to fight to get into the tournament, CM Punk. Punk did not fare too well in the Rumble to get the automatic final spot. The eventual winner, Lex Luger, had eliminated him in 14 seconds from the Rumble. Abyss hoping to storm through this tournament to get his revenge on Lex Luger, as Abyss's mask malfunctioned in the Rumble, and Lex Luger blindsided him and threw him out. But it is a Royal Rumble, and anything goes. As we are a company just starting out, we cannot afford the rights to Cult of Personality.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 239 pounds, CM Punk.
And Punk did risk it all to make it into this tournament. So let's see how he fares. He is taking on the monster, Abyss, though, so this may not fare too well for him, but at least he fought his way into the tournament. Punk is ready for action. Unfortunately, Kevin Owens not able to make it into the tournament because of his loss to CM Punk.
His opponent from parts unknown, weighing in at 410 pounds, the monster, Abyss.
Abyss has already had a match on JKW Redacted, taking on Ryback. If you guys know who that is, it was actually a longer match than expected, seeing Abyss take on Ryback, and CM Punk tries to jump Abyss on his way to the ring. Abyss just cannot catch a break. He takes part in the first ever JKW match, and Abyss runs in and attacks him during his entrance. And now here in his first round match, CM Punk tries to take him on. Is it just nobody likes Abyss? Nobody likes him to take his jacket off? Who knows? But Abyss just casually walking to the ring and getting in, and now posing for the crowd as if CM Punk doesn't even matter. And the referee's starting this one out. I don't think it was too wise of a decision for Punk to jump Abyss before he gets in, especially considering that he just had it happen to him his match against Ryback, and he was not very happy about that. He was hoping to really celebrate having the first ever entrance on the first ever show of JKW Redacted. And then CM Punk as a make good. I gave Abyss the very first match in this tournament as a make good for that, and CM Punk goes and ruins that for him. So hopefully he could win, and if he does, he could start off the next show possibly. Hopefully without a run-in. Punk is getting next to no offense here, just little quick strikes every now and again. Abyss is what a true Monster Factory graduate. Oh, Punk, no! Punk almost looked like he blocked the suplex. But Abyss really is what you get from a Monster Factory graduate. This is exactly what you would think. Ew! And the elbow drop from that short distance. So all of that weight going across CM Punk's chest. And Punk just not faring well at all in this match. And Abyss going to the top again. Now, Pac did call out Abyss, saying that a man like this, no matter how long he lasted in the tournament, shouldn't even be a part of it. He's not a true wrestler. All he does is come out and punch and kick somebody. Oh, and an enziguri by Abyss. But why would a man who barely wrestles, that just comes down, why would a company even entertain the thought of making him their first ever champion? Abyss seemed to have taken that personally. And I think that's why he's trying to show off some of his wrestling skill here. And as soon as I say that, he throws a punch and a headbutt. So who really knows? Oh, and Punk with the reversal. Remember, Abyss much stronger than Punk. So every time Punk tries to get something in, Abyss seems to either power his way out of it or have a counter. And ever since I talked about Abyss wanting to show off his wrestling skills, it's been nothing but punches and kicks afterwards until another enziguri by Abyss. This is just downright crazy. Oh, and Abyss with a running face palm slam. And what's next? Is it all academic at this point? Oh, and a black hole slam to Punk. Abyss picking him up. Usually he goes for the pin in that move. And hits Punk with a second one. And CM Punk, the heart of CM Punk, to kick out of two black hole slams in a row. I am sure Abyss is not happy at all about this. Probably upset that he tried to actually wrestle in a match and did not get the result he wanted. Oh, Abyss with another suplex. This time a sit-down version of the black hole slam. Didn't get the momentum as he usually does on the black hole slam. And, oh, going for a DDT. Punk still having fight left in him. And Abyss's clubbing blows just seem to be too much for Punk. And another one of those pickup slams, almost like an enziguri, but doesn't quite have the, or enziguri, I'm sorry. Almost like the, but he doesn't get the hand all the way up under the arm. And Punk with just the heart of CM Punk. And Abyss now with Punk against the ropes. What are we seeing here? Oh, and just a stomp. Thought it was going to be something a little bit crazier. And Punk making a comeback. Putting Abyss up against the ropes. Throwing Abyss against the ropes. Oh, and a knee to the midsection. And another knee to the midsection. What is Punk going to do next? And a Russian leg sweep. Is Punk really making this big of a comeback and controlling the match already? Punk perch and an elbow drop right in between the shoulder blades of Abyss. It'll be hard for him to do that black hole slam, not being able to use the arms, and another elbow drop. This time between And is Punk going for it? Punk's going for the GTS. He's going for that GTS. And Punk hits the go to sleep. Will Abyss be able to kick out? Will Abyss be able? And Abyss just barely able to kick out of the go to sleep. And Abyss has had enough. And we're getting a fight forever chant. Abyss was able to hear this last time against Ryback, and again against similar competition in CM Punk, and Abyss gets the win after his third black hole slam. And let's see, that facepalm slam is what really started the momentum there for Abyss. Black hole slam, another black hole slam. Punk able to hit the GTS, but then Abyss with that third black hole slam. So Abyss will now be moving on to the second round of the JKW World Championship Tournament. Whoever wins between Pac and Bryan Danielson has a tough match ahead of them. King Nakamura with a warm-up match tonight against Ryback, a local competitor here. Nakamura just trying to freshen up his skills a little bit. Ryback trying to make a name for himself here in JKW. Ryback actually participated in the first ever televised JKW match against Abyss. As I mentioned during the Abyss match, Ryback attacked Abyss during his entrance. And let's get ready. And the crowd obviously knows Shinsuke Nakamura. Soon the officials here at JKW will be putting together a streaming app championship tournament.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan. Weighing in at 220 pounds, King Nakamura!
But yes, the officials at JKW are trying to set up a streaming app championship tournament. And Nakamura's going to do it. He does the drop! Shinsuke Nakamura does the drop! And from what I have heard so far from the JKW officials, Shinsuke Nakamura will definitely be in the tournament. The announcement is supposed to be coming on our next show, so we will have more details then. But more of a warm-up match here for Nakamura against local competitor
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ryback. Shinsuke Nakamura, Ryback, who actually ruined the first entrance in JKW history, but like I said, did get a chance to participate in it. But this local competitor, Ryback, actually had a match long enough with Abyss that the crowd chanted, "Fight forever." Will he be able to do the same against Nakamura? Because if he is able to put on quality matches like that, he may be somebody JKW might want to consider putting on their roster. Now, Nakamura, one of the stronger competitors here in JKW, was not able to make it in to the world title tournament, was actually injured during the Rumble, and was not able to participate. And as the brackets were set, Nakamura was still not ready for action. If those announcements would have been made just a week later, there is a chance Nakamura would have made it into that tournament. Some say that the match between Punk and Kevin Owens originally was supposed to be between Nakamura and Kevin Owens to get that last spot in the tournament. Ryback able to kick out at the last moment there. But Shinsuke Nakamura, known for his strong style, and he is laying it in there on Ryback. Ryback with the dive to nowhere and gets thanked for that with a knee and then a drop kick by Nakamura. And Ryback running away. Oh, and he gets the bear hug. Oh, bear hug suplex to Nakamura. Done by Ryback here. Oh, and just laying those kicks in. That great grappling that we know from Ryback, and there it was. Oh, and Nakamura misses with the drop-down drop kick. Drop-down drop kick. That didn't sound right. Oh, and Ryback with a hammerlock suplex. And Ryback now with a chin lock on Nakamura. Will Nakamura get out? And Nakamura uses actual wrestling moves to get out of it. Nakamura looks like he's working more just on his striking in this match and not his wrestling ability. Hitting Ryback with a sling blade. Nakamura just seems to be having his way with Ryback. And right when I say that, Ryback reverses and hits Nakamura with the kick. See, there's some of that power that people have been bragging about Ryback having. Just lifting Nakamura all the way from the ground and then dropping him flat on his stomach. And, oh, Ryback with a toe hold. If he would have stood up a little bit, he could have gotten a little bit more torque on that knee, but it is what it is. And there he goes. Ryback slips and falls in the middle of trying to hit Nakamura. Nakamura going to try one of those kind of throw-over Michinoku drivers. Not quite a Michinoku driver, but close to it. But Nakamura looks like he's having fun. But Abyss could tell you this Ryback is not someone to try to have too much fun with. I think he actually wore... and Ryback just quit running out of nowhere. But he's trying, I think he's trying to actually tuck in that Michinoku driver and trying to maybe work it in with a heavier opponent, possibly, is what it kind of looks like to me. And now Nakamura. Oh, Ryback blocking the kick. And now elbows to the side of Nakamura's head. And there was a reason why Ryback was somebody people heard about for a couple of months. And he is starting to show that again. Maybe he is building his way back up and can become part of JKW. And there we go. Just another... Oh, he's got Nakamura. He's got Nakamura against the ropes here. And Nakamura, kick, 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 kick. Kick! And kick! And Nakamura just about takes Ryback's head off. And throwing Ryback over that top rope. Oh, and a chin buster over the ropes there. And Nakamura, not really known for aerial skills, and that is why Ryback rightly taking advantage of that mistake by Nakamura. And just more hold-on kicks. Oh, some kicks to the face there. Oh, we got the hammerlock on. Oh, and Ryback working on the other arm of Nakamura, and a knee right to the kidneys. Ryback trying to incorporate some more wrestling in here. Actually having the nerve, and Nakamura showing who's more popular by showing off to the crowd. And Ryback showing off his muscles. And Nakamura turns one of his kicks or punches into a belly-to-back suplex. Oh, and Ryback with the reversal. Oh, and a Ryback with a drop kick. Ryback going to the top rope here. We saw him try this against Abyss and slip from the top rope. Oh, and a double axe handle from Ryback to Nakamura, and now a splash. Why that splash wasn't attempted from the top rope, nobody knows. And Nakamura going back to the striking that worked so well for him at the beginning of this match. Nakamura back. Oh, with a side DDT. Oh, and Nakamura going for something here. And Ryback trying to get another one of those bear hugs on. I think Nakamura is not quite sure how he wants to do that Michinoku driver, because he said he was basically just taking this match just to work on a couple of things. Ryback outside of the ring, still stunned from that stunner. Oh, and just a front thrust kick to the gut by Nakamura. Oh, and Nakamura throwing Ryback into that corner post. This is a pretty aggressive Nakamura we have here. Trying to get Ryback back into the ring here. And now Ryback picking up Nakamura for two backbreakers. And just tosses him aside. There's no doubting that Ryback has power. Skill is the real question that everyone has. Now picking Nakamura up. Is he going to throw him over the guardrail here? Oh, and Ryback just picking up Nakamura and having his way with him. And now, Ryback, oh, a fall away slam on Nakamura. Why did Ryback not just take the win from the countout? He would have easily have won this and then throws Nakamura into the ring. That doesn't make very much sense. That just gave Nakamura more time to recover. Oh, and Nakamura. Oh, hits with the Samoan drop. Nakamura is out. Oh, Ryback. Ryback dragging him away from the ropes here. And Nakamura kicks out at one still after that Ryback Samoa slam. I think the crowd is just taunting Ryback at this point with the whole fight forever chants. That's the only thing I could guess. And Ryback bounces him. Oh, Ryback to that rope again. And misses with the splash. Why does he insist on using that splash? No one knows. And I don't think nobody's really wanting to find out. Oh! And Nakamura now with the enziguri. Nakamura's warming up for some Kinshasa! And Nakamura, is he going to do it again? Booby! And the crowd chanting one more time, Nakamura. Oh, and Ryback reverses a third Boomaye in a row and hits him. Oh my goodness, is Ryback going to steal the win from Nakamura? It looks like Ryback. Oh my God, Nakamura kicking out. Just barely. Nakamura trying to show off for the crowd. And Ryback able Not sure how Ryback was able to after 2 bum-IAs. Kinshasas, whatever you'd like to call them here. Oh, and Ryback showing off he could strike as well, but nowhere near as well as Nakamura. Oh, and a backbreaker, and the throw to Nakamura. We have turned this into a battle here. Nakamura thinking it was just going to be just a warm-up match here against Ryback. And Ryback has made this a match. Oh, Ryback. Ryback trying to make his way into JKW, not an official member of the roster, just some local talent we picked up for the show. And that drop toe hold again, like we said, if Ryback would stand up while doing this toe hold, he would get a lot more torque and it would hurt a lot more. Well, Nakamura getting out just barely again. Ryback frustrated. I'm sure Nakamura is frustrated. Ryback going back to him. And Nakamura flips it into a belly-to-back suplex. And I don't think Nakamura was ready for any of this tonight. Oh, and still goes for that Michinoku driver. He told me he was wanting to work on that tonight. And he did land it a couple of times tonight. And here we go. Kick! 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 And kick! Nakamura taking his head. Oh! Nakamura setting up for something here. Boom-aye! And will Ryback get out of this one? And Ryback has been hit with 4 boom-IAs and still able to kick out here. Ryback has impressed in this match. And Ryback going for that Samoan drop type deal that he does. And Nakamura now with the more tucked in Michinoku driver, and Nakamura lets go. I think he's decided with everything he's went through with Ryback in this match, even though the Michinoku driver is what he was working on today, he's decided he wants to win. He's setting up for another boom-aye. If Ryback kicks out of this, 4 boom-IAs for Nakamura to take down Ryback. And the performance that Nakamura has just had against Ryback, I am not sure if this will qualify him or not for that Streaming At Championship we were just talking about. Ryback with an amazing showing. Will he join JKW or not? Ryback, very impressive against Abyss in a loss, very impressive against Shinsuke Nakamura in a loss. But I still can't get over the fact that he ran in on the first ever JKW match, and he also ran in on the first ever JKW entrance. He ruined that moment for Abyss. He ruined that moment for the company. But Ryback took 4 boom-IAs, Kinshasas, whatever you'd like to call them, to be put down by Nakamura. Now, will that take Nakamura out of possibly being in the Streaming At Championship tournament? We won't know. We'll have more information on our next show. But let's move on to our next match here. Pac versus Bryan Danielson. This is our last first round match in the JKW Championship Tournament. The winner of this will be taking on the Monster, Abyss.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Newcastle upon Tyne, England. Weighing in at 235 pounds, Pat.
Pac held his own in the Rumble to find the automatic finalist in the JKW World Title Tournament, but was ultimately eliminated by both Abyss, who was the #1 ranked person in this tournament, and also Lex Luger, who went on to win the Rumble. And Pac, not going to give the fans what they want here on JKW Redacted Underground. But for a first round match in a tournament, this is what pro wrestling's all about, and we are about to see a clinic here in the first ever main event.
From Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 206 pounds, Bryan Danielson.
In the first ever main event of JKW Redacted Underground. In this right here, if these two men were in opposite brackets, I could see them meeting in the finals of the tournament. Unfortunately, they're meeting here in the first round, but I believe they'll still give it their all. Bryan Danielson still has everyone here at JKW behind him. But what a main event we have here. The winner to take on Abyss. Both men, not very large in size. So you would feel like Abyss would have a pretty easy route to round 3 of the tournament against these men, but these aren't two ordinary men. These are two of some of the greatest wrestlers in the world, and Pac just starting off with a running kick. Faked that knee and then just went straight to a kick. Now Bryan Danielson's probably going to try to do a lot of grappling here, and I think Pac's going to try to do a lot of hit and run, knowing that one of the few people in the world that could out-grapple him is one of the men, or the man that he's in the ring with right now. Bryan grabbing the arm with that more brutal style he's adopted lately. Just controlling that arm, hammer lock. Oh, he's going to grab the other arm. We just saw Ryback doing this in the previous match, but Ryback did not try to get that torque that Bryan Danielson just did. And these two have a big match to live up to after what we just saw between Ryback and Nakamura, which I'm sure no one saw coming between those two. It was supposed to just be a warm-up match for Nakamura against a local talent. And Pac already hitting a tombstone this early in the match, and Danielson just shrugging it off as if it were nothing. Pac going for a single leg takedown, showing that he could control, he could wrestle just as well as Danielson. Danielson with the reverse of the punch. Danielson now off the rope with a flying forearm. Oh, Danielson going to the top rope already. You would have thought between the two, Pac would have been the first one to go to the top rope. And just dodging that attack from Danielson. Pac that, oh! With Bryan's head problems and neck problems, that neck wrench by Pac, pretty aggressive. A knee right to the trap head area there of Bryan Danielson by Pac. And Pac just showing the dominance again of his wrestling skill compared to Danielson's. Pac now with that low-hanging drop kick. And Pac, oh, with the jumping knee. Oh, he's going to hit it from the other side now. Looks like Pac's game plan is to work on the head and neck area. That's probably why he went for a tombstone so early in the match. Pac now, oh, nice bridge over suplex. Oh, and Danielson reversing. Danielson now coming back at him. And Danielson now with a backbreaker to Pac. Danielson, oh, just barely missed that moonsault. And Danielson with another reversal. Oh, brutal strikes to the head there. Both men on 100 here. Oh! And Pac now to the top. And he is much more dangerous than Bryan. Oh, and a moonsault. These men are showing out already. Oh, and Bryan just a quick jump off the rope to hit Pac, and Pac out at 1. Danielson knowing it would take more, but just wants to show that he can get him down if needed. Both men now trying to figure out what to do. Oh! And a come around belly to back suplex by Pac to Danielson, and Pac going straight back to that neck head area. And now let's see. Oh, and Danielson up before Pac can land the... Oh! And a spear to Pac from Bryan Danielson there. Sorry about that. Almost said the forbidden name. Oh, and now Danielson with a moonsault off the rope. Is he going to go to the top rope? We don't know. And now Pac, oh! Just spins him around for a forearm to the face. Oh, and Pac with a 450 splash. And Pac with another, oh! And Bryan Danielson gets the knees up. Pac has kind of gotten away from what he's wanted to do here. And Pac setting up for the brutalizer. On Danielson. Danielson fighting out of it slowly. Trying to keep Danielson in it, and Danielson fighting out. Now this really has to damage that neck area there. And he just let him go. I don't think Bryan would have been able to get out of that. Just letting him go. Big surprise there. Oh, and another tombstone. I think Pac is trying to put Danielson out of commission. Both men jumping at each other at the same time. Oh! Pac saw that coming. Spinning roundhouse kick. Another spinning roundhouse kick. Oh, Danielson grabbing Pac. Going to put him up against the ropes here. Pac fighting his way out of it. Pac forearms to the face of Bryan. Whipping Bryan to the next rope. Oh! Pac going to the top. Oh! And the crowd chanting one more time. And Pac just leaping from the top rope after the crowd chants one more time. I believe Pac could have had the match won there. Why didn't he go for a pin? And he's another tombstone by Pac to Danielson here. He's got to be going for an injury. Oh! Went for the drop kick to the back of Danielson's head. I think Pac is going for an injury here on Danielson. And Danielson now coming back. Oh, another spear to Pac. And Pac kicking out. Bryan Danielson. There we go. Pac rolling around. This crowd chanting "Fight Forever." But they also said the same thing about two separate Ryback matches. So not quite sure what these people are looking for in matches. Oh! And a 450 splash by Pac to Bryan Danielson. And Bryan Danielson beats him with a flurry of forearms. Pac back at him. Oh, and a kick to the back of Danielson's neck. Danielson fighting out of that one. Pac ran away. Pac ran away from Danielson for a moment there. Oh, and Pac is out. Is Danielson about to move on here? What does he have planned? Oh, Pac throwing him right out of the way. Danielson going to the rope more often than you would have figured in a match like this. Oh, and Pac hits Danielson down. And pins Bryan Danielson with a running powerbomb. What a great match between these two. So equally matched. All these forearms. These two men were trying to brutalize each other. No pun to be made there. And Ron Killings making his way down to the ring and is attacking Pac. What is Ron Killings doing here? Ron Killings just attacking Pac. What is Ron the Truth Killings doing here? And just laying it in here on Pac. What an ending to the first ever JKW Redacted Underground. But what could Ron Killings possibly want? Especially waiting until we get a classic match like this and then attacking Pac. We will see you next time on JKW.